fact, had I the money, what am I saying? Had my father the money, I was 16. Have I the money? Well, not the money. But anyway, I would have been one of the first class in Iona.
Okay. Which, just as a footnote here, Pye Burns' brother.
I was just going to say, Pye Burns graduated with me.
He was the first, Pye Burns' brother was the first person to graduate from Iona College. Because of his name, B.
Oh, true enough.
Burns.
Yeah.
And there's a plaque over by the ginkgo tree that says, I think his name was Frank, I forget, Burns, first graduate of Iona College, 19 whatever it was.
My gosh.
Yeah, wonderful. I was just and as pious to say, he was the first one because his last name began with a B. He certainly wasn't first in his class.
No, I was in class with him.
So Pye would always make that little comment. So you went to novitiate. Well, you went up to West Park, and how many of you were there then? I mean, it would have been in your class in those days in West Park.
Let's see. Well, and the number of people in the
whole junior
aid.
Yeah.
See, Iggy Duggan was there. No, Iggy Duggan came afterwards.
Right.
But he was there at the same time as ourselves. I think he was just a year behind us. But there was one time we had about 12 or 15.
That's pretty good.
But they were dropping out like flies, you know, before they go to novitiate. Mm-hmm. So 8 of us, I think there was 8 of us went to
novitiate.
Yeah.
No, novitiate. Okay.
And we lost 2 out of that.
Okay.
So the 6 of us remained anyway.
And how many of you are there now left?
Let's see, Vianney Corrigan is gone. John Glennon is gone. Kevin Fish is gone. I'm not all there either. No, that's not.
We won't discuss that now.
I know. I'd put it in before you started.
I would have said it. You're right.
Was that common to have people drop out like that?
Oh yes. You know, they. I suppose they can become disillusioned, or they.
Yeah. Well, it just wasn't their vocation.
Right.
I mean,
You have to test it out to find whether you're suited to the thing or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
What motivated you to want to go in? Was it a person? Was it an idea? Was it your family?
I had the brothers from the 5th grade through the 8th grade, and then in high school from first to graduation. And I always admired them. I was, you know, the brothers were the greatest thing since lemonade. And we had association with them because they were in Sacred Heart. They played ball with us, they as well as teaching us and everything we were involved in. If you were involved in dramatics or anything of that kind, I used to be a dancer. Can you imagine? I used to be, I'll boast myself, an Irish tap dancer. About
well, you're still Irish.
About I knew if I left the door open. But I was only 96 or 7 pounds at that time. Things have grown since.
So the brothers, the example was what?
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. I thought that was.
Who asked you about entry? Do you remember that?
Well, Greg Walsh and Paddy Riley took us to all kinds of things, and it was subtle.
Okay, right, okay.
But us kids didn't know subtle from Adam, you know. And but they were so happy, good. They used to sit out. There was a high stoop house that the brothers were in 51st Street, and during the good weather, they'd sit outside in the on the stairway.
Thunderstroke, yeah.
And going by, my mother used to always stop and talk to the brothers.
Okay.
She said, "Oh, they're so good. They're so nice." And everything. I said, of course, the kids all wave at the brothers, "Hi, brother, you know, I have this brother and that brother," and so forth. And brothers were part of our lives. So it was an attraction.
What was your first degree? We never got around to that. What was your first degree in?
BS in elementary education.
Oh, elementary education. Okay.
That's what Fordham conceded to us. I'll tell you why. The brothers who were in West Park teaching had degrees in education themselves from
St. Mary's?
St. Mary's, I believe.
Okay.
And as a consequence, Fordham recognized that.
Oh, I
and
see.
so what we got was predominantly education in courses. We had from Birmingham.
Okay.
Now we had teaching, methods of teaching geography. We all had to make some kind of a thing, put it in the back of the room. Because the guys from Fordham were coming up to find out what we were doing.
Oh.
Well, it didn't make that much difference really. We realized it afterwards. But everybody was sitting there like reciting. But then I was going to go on to Spanish. And they didn't get around to it. But, oh, I know what it was. I was changed to California.
Okay, to Salinas.
No.
No.
Los Angeles. Or Montebello.
Montebello, right.
Yeah, Montebello. Montebello. How long was I there? Cantwell High School, Montebello, from 1949 to 1965.
Oh, that was a long time.
Yes, yes.
That was a long time.
I was the principal from 59 to 65.
Oh. Part of the time you were teaching, the other part you were principal then of...
I'm principal from, let me see, what does it, from 49 to 65. No.
Well, no, you were there from 49.
59 to 65.
44, oh, wow. Okay.
6 years.
6 years. That, yeah. What was that like being principal out there? Remember that?
Terrifying. Well, I had a nice crew of monks. Mm-hmm. I think we had about 16 monks at the time.
Oh, yeah, well, that was a big house.
Yes, that was a good thing. Yeah. Because you could have, you know, and so many secular teachers, because the secular teachers have to be paid.
Oh, that's right.
The monks, you know, along, but that's fine. But that would, and then of course, we weren't getting anything for the congregation out of the school.
Oh.
Except we had a bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, raffle tickets and a bazaar.
Uh-huh.
Now, originally they got permission from the diocese. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but anyway.
We can bleep it out.
We got permission from the diocese. We didn't get permission from the diocese.
Somebody did.
Nobody wanted to go down and talk to the authorities.
Oh, yeah.
Until the visitor came along. Then you had to take him down, and then he would introduce the idea. So they came to some kind of conclusion that we'd take half and they would get half, or or they'd get the raffle ticket money and we'd get the bazaar money.
Concessions and so on, yeah.
Whatever way it worked out, I don't know. I just inherited this eventually. It got around to the idea that we didn't make that much money. So guess who got the majority of it? I kept it. I didn't send it back because we had to run the school and we didn't have any money. So that's not really true. The archdiocese would give you the money to if you. I phoned up one time. It was in September. We had no money to pay the teachers.
Oh.
There was nothing left from the summertime or what have you, and the tuition. The kids' parents didn't have the money right on the dot, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to go after them and get the money and so forth, and some of them just didn't have it.
Right.
So I phoned up the Father Sharp, was the superintendent of schools, and this is in September now. And I said to him, Father, we need about $8,000. Oh no, I had sent in the letter saying we needed $8,000 to pay our teachers. He phones me up and he said, what are you trying to be, brother, champion of the archdiocese? I said, I'm sorry, Father, I didn't know it was a contest.